on the picks. Art of War teams starts their picks very similar to how they have started it in the past. So Poles with triple Alexander Cavalry, Kaz and Mecha with Germanicus, triple swords, Scylla, this time with javelins again, and carry these triple javelins again. So they're going back to the first composition, heavy on javs instead of heavy on archers. But whatever they pick, they have been heavy on ranged. So at least CA believes that even after the nerfs, range units are still very, very strong. And that definitely, like, despite javelins got nerfed as well, they got sort of relatively buffed because of archers and slingers who are direct counter to javs being nerfed as well.
Yes, they indirectly have been buffed, but I feel like that factor doesn't play as much into the current situation because they are not being utilized as the main damage dealers. They're being utilized as the buffers, as the support.
People are in the chat now going over how much free XP I have. I don't have much. I have 200,000, and I have another 300,000 stored, ready to convert.
Yeah, I haven't been able to find decent games, so I haven't been investing with it. I've got 58k. You know, recently I've been having a difficulty finding high-tier games at all times. Have you seen the same thing?
What are high tiers? I play only tier 5 and 6.
8, 10?
Never played those. Okay, Team Art of War is ready with triple calf, double triple swords, double triple javelins, elephants this time to make things different, and triple archers on divine rapier again. And on the side of Meritus, they have triple javs, double triple spearmen on Miltiades, again with their Scipio cavalry, Bastid again with his triple Germanicus swords, and then Boaram deciding to go with light arty. So they have light arty and slingers versus only archers as long range unit on Team Art of War side. So Team Art of War will definitely have to push and rush them quickly. And this time it's not a closed map like Hadron's Wall. And this is pretty much very open map.
Yeah.
So we can also see some sneaky maneuvers of base capturing. We'll see how that can go.
Possible.
And while they can deploy the Pseudos inside the base to prevent Stingers from decapping, the Pseudos don't work against Light Arty. But in the final of SUNTZU Invitational, that was a very similar situation. Team Cataphracts had Light Arty, and yet they still got capped.
That is true. Alright. Where was the hiding bottom?
Somewhere in the forest.
Okay. Yep.
I mean, I could ping it to you, but...
No, I have it,
Kind of not on the same team.
Yeah.
Still need to wait. I believe that spot to me. Nope. Ooh, they're drawing dicks. Bad CA devs.
Capture the enemy base or kill all enemy forces.
Peace Hunter stole my spot. Okay. It looks like Team Art of War is setting up heavily to go to the enemy watchtower. Is their left flank. They're putting 4 players going to the base, 3 players going to enemy watchtower. Though Kaz is splitting up his units. 2 are going through the center, 1 is going around. I think they're going for cap plus the watchtower. We'll see if they decide to follow on this cap tactic. But they're intending to cap with a lot of ranged units and elephants. Elephants are a very good deterrent. They force enemy team back to pull back, so that they would better utilize around that watchtower. And we have a huge standoff around that watchtower now.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we've got some javelins on the standoff at that watchtower. I'm looking at it right now. It's an interesting situation. Let's see if there are any archers in the vicinity.
That's three players versus three players, but Meritus Esports reinforcements are incoming and they are spotted by Art of War team, so they have to decide what to do. And I think they're deciding on attack, full on attack. I mean, this is something they had to do. Meritus has huge ranginess advantage, so Art of War cannot just stand back there and wait.
Art of War goes for the cap.
He goes for the cap, but there's light artillery deployed over there. They can decap all they want.
Oh, and those slingers are right above that hill.
That as well. Now it will go down all around that watchtower area. Javelin men of both teams are there firing in on the melee engagements. But Art of War Javelin are in a very, very huge trouble right now. Dropping those caltrops, trying to slow down Jean Parisot advance. But there's just too much of units approaching. They need more caltrops.
There are too many, and Jean Prescott's Miltiades will be able to charge them. I don't know why he hasn't. Oh, he doesn't have Viki. That's a Sula. He will have to run really, really fast. Otherwise, he's gonna get captured. Oh, he got hit. He is hit.
Art of War is heavily betting on that capping, but light artillery is deployed perfectly to decap all of that.
Meritus is just having none of it. They're having none of that.
Yeah, they're kiting devs pretty well.
Paul's
finally finding a good charge in the back, but still getting wrecked by phalanx being deployed.
Oh boy, Pols has just flanked the Meritus team and is trying to hit their light artillery, but Magic Pants' Miltiades is not taking that.
He's being there around for quite a while already, and he just cannot fight a charge. It's one unit versus those spear units protecting light arty, so there's no way he can find an entrance unless Meritus just screws up completely, which is not going to happen on that level.
Yeah. That is true, but their light artillery is currently being shot at and they are capping.
Yeah, they finally found some shots. Paul still cannot find an attack on those slingers.
Come on, Emeritus. They need to attack the archers. Come on,
that cavalry unit is actually very valuable because it holds enemy spearmen occupied so that other units can have easier time.
Looks like Art of War has changed their strategy and is instead going for offensive. They have received enough damage from those slingers at their base. They've decided not to cap, but instead go for the offensive. They did some damage to light cavalry, artillery.
They have finally realized that it's not going to work, but I think that's just too late. Look at the advantage that Meritus Esports already has, 200 points almost.
Exactly, the advantage is 3-2.
Art of War base is also being capped, though very, very slowly. I think that's just 1 or 2 units of cav, probably from Dark Abyss, because I don't see them anywhere here around.
Yep, that's what it is. Now the Art of War is just sick of those slingers doing damage to them, so their velites.
Pols may finally find a charge into light artillery. That may help. Oh, that's just light artillery wiped out. So they are knocked down. They still need to waver and rout. That's new damage applied to them.
Yep.
Kaz is also trying to charge another unit, but he can just deploy phalanx and punish Pols heavily for staying there and trying to finish that light arty. And that light arty that didn't rout, it can just deploy back again, despite being like 1% health, and have still full damage. Mongoose finishing up Javelin.
That's gonna rout. Paul's pulled off some good maneuvers, but this is not enough.
That's over to devs. They have only 24 points left, because 300 is casters.
Oh, Bastard just took down their last elephant. It looks like it's a wipeout. It is a
2 units left, cavalry buried alive and routed infantry unit.
Yep. Last legionaries, their micro was bad, their positioning was bad at that tower.
Pulse is going for those decap points. We'll see if we can make it.
Yep.
And let's see the scoreboard before the battle finishes.
Mongoose and Dark Abyss, they've got 3,000 cap points already.
Yeah, Mongoose just got that for decapping. Dark Abyss has over 300, which means he both capped and decapped in this battle.
Yep.
And Boaram over 2,000 as well for decapping.
Oh yeah, he did. He did. Dark Abyss. He had he had been capping, and with that other unit, he charged into those capping units. That was a very good charge. Very good
Well,
stuff. GG. And is this a best of 1 or best of 3?
Best of 5.
Best of 5. Oh boy, we are gonna be here for a while, aren't we?
Well, hopefully, if those matches are so exciting as this one, I'm up for it. The post already disconnected. Found points, yes, found cap points. I can charge with pulse into a wall, haha. There you go. That's what you get for disconnecting. And yeah, let's let them cap the base. Unless they will actually farm cap points.
Looks like not, and the victory goes to Meritus. Oh boy, this is gonna be a marathon. I better pitch a tent at this point.
Yeah, that was a very close battle, but I think just Out of War went for bad macro decision making. Trying to cap the base when there's light artillery and slingers around, positioned perfectly to decap the base, and they have tried to cap that base for so long, it never had a right to work. It was just a wrong decision to make, that's it. They have decided to capture the base at the very beginning. They have drawn it on the map. They have drew a penis towards the enemy map, enemy base. So that's what they intended to do. They try to language their base. And they have stuck to that initial tactic instead of adapting after seeing what's happening. So yeah, that's a very basic mistake. We'll see if they'll have the same conclusion after this battle and
like they
adapt for the next one.
They could have had a lot better success if they had realized that tactic was not going to work and just help their allies at the tower. But no,